The export statement must be defined at the top level. There are two types of export: named export and default export. In this lesson, we will only focus on named export. Named export means every value is exported with a name, and you can add as many named exports in one file as you want. So how do we set the value name? For functions and classes, things are easy because they come with a name. Now, file A will receive the function exported by file B. The function name is test. To receive the exported function, we first import its name. Then we put the keyword from behind it. Now in file A, we can use the test function, which is defined in file B. We got an error message. The reason is we missed the curly brackets in the import statement. When you are using named exports, remember to put names inside a set of curly brackets. Now the test function has been imported and invoked successfully. If the name test has already been occupied in file A, no worries. We just need to give test an alias using the keyword as. Now we can invoke the test function via the alias we set for it. We can see the results are the same. For other values like string, number, array, or object, we must assign them to a variable or constant first because they must have a name. For example, we want to export a string. We first assign the string to a variable and then export that variable. We got another error message. This is because we cannot directly export a variable or constant. We must put it inside a set of curly brackets. Then in file A, we can access the string via message. We need to put message in the curly brackets behind import. We can see we have successfully imported the message value. You can export several variables or constants at a time. Just add them into the curly brackets. We can also set an alias for imported variables and constants. For example, we rename ID into number. The alias can also be set at the export side. For example, we give message an alias, Word. Then at the import side, we switch message into Word. We can see the result is the same as before. We can also directly export the declaration of a variable or a constant. The curly brackets are no longer needed. If you need to export more than one variable or constant, just add a comma and put the new variable name behind it. In our real-life development, we might export several times in one file. At the import side, we can use an asterisk to represent all exported values. We need to set an alias for the asterisk. The curly brackets are not needed here. Now, all exported values will be gathered into one object.